Hey guys, so I'm driving home and I'm reflecting. I just made a short video about a repair I did, and I'm reflecting on all the things over the years that. This one's for all the auto mechanics out there, and the stuff we hear from customers, and it's not a bad thing, and I'm not bashing customers, and obviously I appreciate all the customers that bring. It's not my shop that I work at. I don't own a shop, but bring their cars to us repeatedly and have them serviced. But listen, we've heard the stories, okay? Something that you're gonna tell us, we've already heard it. You know what I'm saying? I've been fixing cars for 12 years, and been in the business 12 years. Been at dealerships. I've worked at 2 independent shops. Let me give you an example, and they're always humorous. Somebody will bring in this car. It's a frickin' toilet, right? Not literally, but it's not like kosher for the road. Whatever, and you get the story. I'm gonna go trade it in. Can you just fix it this one time? Can you just get me on the road until I can trade it in? I'm gonna trade it in a month. Can you just weld that exhaust back together? And I just need you to get me by for a month. I'm gonna trade it. Or you're doing this big job. For instance, I did a water pump on a Ford Edge one time, and it's a big job. You got to pull the timing cover off and whatever else. And I'm like, listen, I'm going to be in there. I got to take your timing chains off. You might as well put timing chains on it while I'm in there. It's got 150,000 miles on it. I'm going to have them off. It's no extra labor. Just buy the chains, buy the guides, buy the tensioners. It only makes sense to put it in there while I'm there. Let's do valve cover gaskets. No, I just want you to fix a coolant leak, put the water pump in it, and I'm going to trade it in 3 months. Guys, we get that all the time. There's so many scenarios where we get that. And we know damn well that you're not going to trade that thing in. There's no way. We know that. You want us to fix it because you think we won't, so you give us that story. And we know damn well you're going to keep it. We're going to see that thing in a year from now on your next inspection, or 3 months from now when you change your oil. We know that's not going anywhere. The other one I get all the time, and this one's could go either way. I'm like, listen, your brakes, for our state inspection laws, your brakes are really rusty. How the state of Vermont inspection laws are, you can't have your rotors all filled up with rust. And I don't know how many times I've gotten we don't drive far. We don't really drive this vehicle that much. So I only go to the landfill with this vehicle. I don't buy it. So listen, the mileage is put on your inspection sticker. You put 10,000 freaking miles on this car last year, okay? And just because you don't drive the car much doesn't mean that the state inspection laws don't apply to you. The same rules go, whether you drive it or not. It is what it is. It's how it works. I don't care if you drive it 100 miles a week, 300 miles a week. I don't care if you drive it once a month. That's the laws, and that's the way it goes. It's not me that does it. I just have to be the one that enforces the state inspection guidelines because it's my ass on the line. That's what people don't get. I'm trying to think of the other ones I hear all the time. One time I had this truck come in, had this coolant pipe leaking. It was a diesel, I don't know, cutaway, whatever. This coolant pipe on top of the motor was leaking. And I'm like, yeah, you need that. You got to replace that coolant pipe. Well, somebody left it loose. They did some repairs, left it loose. And it vibrated so much it chafed a hole in this coolant tube. And I'm like, yeah, we got to get one. No, I got to have it. It's my work truck. I got to have it. Well, I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. He's like, can't you just weld it? It's aluminum. I know you can weld aluminum, but I don't have an aluminum welder here. I was like, you got to buy that. No. I got to have this tomorrow morning. I was like, he's like, I only need it another 2 more months. I only needed 2 more months, and I'm going to upgrade my work truck. So I ended up JB welding this. No, what did I do? Oh, I took it down to the machine shop close by, and I had this hole welded in this thing, and then I threw JB weld over it. Unfreaking believable. And that truck never got traded in. He kept that thing. It never leaked coolant, just the same. And, saved the guy some money, but all the extra effort I had to go through, just don't give us the stories, There's so many stories out there, so many different scenarios. You know, if you can just throw the inspection sticker on it now, I'll come back in a month and I'll get that stuff taken care of when I save up some money. That's not how it works. Don't I get a grace period for my inspection sticker? Isn't it 15 days? No, it's not. And there isn't a grace period. I said, you know what state of Vermont tells you your grace period is? The 364 days out of the year until your inspection's due on 365 day. Day number 365. That's your fucking grace period. You don't get anything extra. You had a whole year to prepare for your state inspection. You know, it's fucking crazy. So people argue with you. You know, we can't have rotted rocker panels up here. And you know, you get the doozies, man. You can't use spray foam insulation anymore to fill your rockers. They put that right in the inspection book. But the people I've seen ductwork put up underneath there, some round ductwork hammered flat, stuffed up in there. What do you mean you can't inspect that? Well, the inspection book, I'm not trying to be a hard ass, but the state inspection book says it's got to be a structural repair. that piece of sheet metal tin in there with your sheetrock screws, that's not a structural repair. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. Oh, man, it's fucking crazy. I'm just saying, don't tell us the stories. Don't give us the stories. Don't bullshit us. We don't care. We know people are trying to survive, and they got limited money. You know, it is what it is. Just come out and tell us. Just cob it together. I don't care. I just want to drive it. I'd rather hear that than you give me this bullshit scenario of I'm going to trade it in, I'm going to get rid of it, because I know I'm going to see you back next year for your same state inspection. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to my grumble. And I know there's a bunch of different mechanics out there going, yep, I hear it all the time. This is the one I like. I'm sure everybody's got some. There's a bunch that I forgot about, I'm sure. But we could go on and on, man. I could make a list. Definitely didn't make a list. It's just off the top of my head. I'm riding home in my car. But we see some shit over the years, for sure. It's like brake lines. I don't want to keep this going, but brake lines is another thing. Oh, man. That's fucking crazy. It's for their benefit. Oh, I just thought of one. Listen to this. So I had a guy get upset. I replaced all of his lug nuts. Yeah, all of them. So they got all corroded. I couldn't fit my socket on. And, you know, people they get upset because they're more upset about the money, you know, that it costed them extra money. What they don't think about is the benefit to what I did for them. I didn't put new sockets on because I didn't want to fight them on and off and get them stuck in my socket. The whole idea of me putting them on is, first of all, at some point, these are going to become so bad they're going to strip out. And then you're going to have to pay somebody to drill these out or torch them off, potentially damage your wheel in the process. Or, second scenario is the big reason. You go take a trip, 3-4 hours away, whatever, 6-10 hours away. You're out and about, boom, you blow a tire. You pull over on the side of the road, change that tire, and you cannot get your lug wrench on that lug nut. And then the first thing you're going to think of, because I didn't bring that to your attention, that your lug nuts are shitty, you're going to be like, that asshole that just serviced my vehicle, why didn't he freaking tell me about these lug nuts? No, they don't think about that. They're just like, oh, I can't believe you had to replace them all. I'm like, yeah, so you had 3 good ones out of the bunch. Yeah, I replaced them all. But big deal, it's 20 lug nuts. I know they're a little pricey, but I did you a favor, you know? It's not just because I wanted to sell you shit. It's not because I didn't want to have to fight them in and out of my socket. I can fight them on, fight them off. But that's not doing you any favors. I don't get it. I did it for your benefit. You know? Think about what the beneficial part of that, especially that scenario, you know, being on the road or the next service station working on your vehicle, and, you know, it's just unreal. Get upset about stuff like that. It's not my fault. Tell them don't put salt brine and salt on the roads and corrode your lug nuts. I'm sorry. All right, guys, that's it. I'm done. Video's getting too long. Till next time. See ya!